Good morning, AM Win families. How is everyone today? Happy Monday. We're going to learn, I'm trying something new with the camera. We're going to make a 5-strand braid and make a friendship bracelet. This is probably good for kids who are 5th grade and up, maybe 4th grade. It's a little complicated, but I know you can do it. So you want to pick 5 colors. Now this is something you would have to have embroidery floss for, or any kind of colored string that you can get in 5 colors. So you pick 5 different colors. I've got, this one is finished. This one I picked brown, gold, white, red, and this coral color. You cut 4 strands each of each color, and they're about 24 inches long. So here's my little Lammy tape measure. So I've cut 4 of them. I'm going to cut 1 more. So you get 5 colors, cut 4 strands each that are about 24 inches long. 24. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't see myself, but I'm trying to figure this out to get a video that makes sense to you. I don't know if it does or not, because no one's told me. You can tell me if you want. So I've got 5 different colors, and what I've done is take a little bit of each color and I've given them a number. So brown is number 1, gold is number 2, white is number 3. What happened to my red? Red is number 4, and coral is number 5. And I've put them on a piece of paper with those numbers. I'm going to tape it down. This makes it a little easier for me to keep track of what I'm doing. Whoops. Okay. So now I have, I don't think you can see that, number 1, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then each color. So I've got a little chart so I can keep track, especially in the when we start. You see, this one's done. Now you can, if you had snaps or hooks and eyes, you could do that at the end, but we're just going to say that most of us don't, so we're not going to do that part. To put them all together in the order that they're going to be in. Smooth them out, and I'm going to tape it down. Let's see if it sticks. So I've got number 1, look on my chart, is brown. Number 2 is gold. There's 4 strands of each. Color white, red, and this sort of coral color. Okay, so now there's a pattern, and it gets a little confusing because when we usually use a braid with 3, we just take turns being in the middle, right? Well, this one I'm going to say this is number 1. Number 1 goes over number 2. Number 2 goes over, let's start over. Number 1 goes over number 2. 1. Number 3, white, goes over number 4, and 5 just stays where it is. That's the first thing you do. You can also make it tighter, but it's supposed to be flat, this one. But you can make it tighter if you want. So then you're going to go from left to right. Now you're going to go from right to left. So number 5 is going to go over number 1. And number 4 is going to go over, no, excuse me, I'm going to do that again. Number 5 is going to go over number 3. Number 4 is going to go over number 1. And this one that's on the outside hasn't moved. Now you're going to start from the left. You're going to take this one, which is number 2, go over that one. This one, which is number 1, it's going to go over number 5, and this one just stays here. So basically the one on the outside is going to stay still, and then it's going to start the next round. I'm going to go over this one, then you take this one, put it over here. I'm done with that row. It's like a row of weaving. Now we're going to take the outside one, put it over, the middle one, and put it over and here. The outside over, the middle one goes over, and we're done with that row. Now the outside one, and then the middle one, and I'm done with that row. That's how I have to think about it, one row at a time. Now I take the outside one, put it over, the middle one, and put it over. So you're always starting with the outside one, and then the one on the outside in that row doesn't move until it's turn to start the row. So it's going to start the row, that one's going to go over the middle, and I'm done. Now the red one is going to go over, and the middle one, which is gold, is going to go over the white one. Then I'm done with that row. Brown one, now the white one goes over the red one. And you can start to see, especially with the white one, that it's starting to swirl. Each color starts a kind of a swirl pattern, follows it around, and makes this really cool braid. So I'm done with that row. I'm going to start with the left, go over, then the middle one goes over this one, and I'm done with that row. Start with the outside, go to the next one. So you're only using each one once, except for that middle, that end one doesn't do anything till it's turn to start. Start, go over the middle, done. Start with the outside. So another way to think about this is 1, 2 goes left, and then 1 and 2 go right. The only hard part is figuring out where you are if you stop in the middle. Over and over. Start with the outside. Start with the outside. And start with the outside. So once you get all the way down, as long as you want it, you could make a bracelet like I said. Then you take the tape off, tie some knots, and you can tie it on to your wrist. Or you can just not put the knots. Oh my goodness. You can stop and tie it on immediately. So if you had some snaps at home or some hooks and eyes, which so few people have anymore, unless you're really sewing a lot, you could sew the ends and put a snap on it if you wanted. That's a little more advanced and confusing if you don't have the materials. I'm really trying to give you things to do that you might have the materials for at home. So I'm going to see if I can move this so I can say hello. Hello. I did find out Joanne's is open. I don't know about Michael's, but Pache, no barking. And they do curbside pickup. I had to go yesterday to the one at Elk Grove, and they're open. And if you want, you can pay online and go pick it up and call them, and they'll bring it out to your car. So that's pretty handy. If you don't have any of this, and you can get out to get some. Yeah, so that was our 5-strand braid bracelet. If you have questions or you want to reach me, it's pretty easy to find me. You can email me, you can call me. And I'll talk to you all soon. I miss you guys, and ladies, and gentlemen, and everyone. Okay, take care. See you soon.